Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kat and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different from what we usually do here. This is going to be the beginning of my spring project pan. And if you don't know what project pan is where you challenge yourself to use things from your collection to either use them up or hit pan on a couple of things. And here it is. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using for the next 3 months in rotation with other things in my, but these are going to be like the main focus of what I'm going to be using for, eye slips, face, and even primers. So keep on watching and let's get to talking about things I want to use up. Okay, so let's start with the base of the face. These two bad boys. I feel like, okay, you know how when you're about to finish your toothpaste, this tiny bit of it is the part that lasts you like another 3 months? I feel the same way about these two, okay? These bad boys have been in my collection for over 1.5 years. Do not judge me. They've been in my collection for over 1.5 years and I want to use them up. Like, I want them to be gone. Not because I don't like them, but because I have so many things I want to try. So this is the Milani Primer Friction. It is a hydrating and pore minimizing face primer. I usually use this on the perimeters of the face or all over if I'm going to use a mattifying foundation. This is a mattifying primer and pore minimizing. I usually only use this around the T-zone where my pores are larger and I could potentially sweat off my makeup. So almost every single day I pair them up. I use this around my face and this on the T-zone. If I'm going to use a hydrating foundation, I use only this. If I'm going to be using a mattifying foundation, I use only this. Now, hopefully I can get them to be gone by the end of April. Hopefully. Can't make any promises, but I will definitely try. Okay, so let's move on to foundation. For foundation, I would like to completely use up this Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I would like to use it up because it's almost literally gone, but because it's also not cruelty free. I want to finish all my non-cruelty free products. Hopefully I can do that with this, hopefully I can finish it by the end of April. If not, that I will be posting monthly updates to this project pan, and then we will roll over to summer project pan, and then autumn, and then winter. You know how it works. So this is where I am at. Next month, hopefully I will come back with the update telling you guys that it's completely gone. Next, we're moving on to concealer. I have the E.L.F 16-Hour Wear Camo Concealer in the color light beige. This is actually way too light for me, but I'm hoping I can use at least half of it, and this is pretty brand new. I think I bought this one maybe November, maybe September. So that's where I am right now. Hopefully I can get it to the halfway mark from this by the end of this project pan. If I can finish it, that would be a miracle. Let's see what else. So I have told you guys I am not a very big gloss person. I am more of a matte lipstick, cream lipsticks, regular bullet lipsticks, any kind of finish on them. But my preferred method is matte liquid lipsticks or matte bullet lipsticks. But right now I see a trend going on where everybody is wearing gloss. And I have this. This was a gift from my sister. It is the full-on lip polish from Buxom in the shade Erica. And there you go. That's how much I've used of it. This was a gift last year. Not last year. The year before last. December. So there you go. That's where I'm at. Hopefully I can use this bad boy up by the end of April, but I highly doubt it. So I'm leaving this in for the rest of the project pan until the final update in June. Next, we are moving on with powders. And you guys have actually seen this because I've shown you in some of my videos that I've hit some major pan right here on this Wet n Wild mattifying powder. It's an HD, very soft powder. It looks, if you look into the pan, it looks like it might have like a little sheen or something, but it doesn't really translate on the skin. It's really mattifying. As you can tell on my skin, there's no glow on it except what I've put on there with the highlighter. And it's pretty useful. I really like it. Would I repurchase it? Probably not, just because, I don't know, I feel like I found better things out there. Honestly, at the moment, I feel like nothing can replace my E.L.F powder. Hopefully I find something that does, but for now, this is in my collection. I'm pretty confident I can finish this by the end of April. Moving on to another powder. I recently bought this last month. So, last month? No, at the end of January. So, I have the CoverGirl Clean Matte powder in medium light. And you're gonna say, hey Kat, that's not your color. I might agree with you. I feel like it's too pink. But as you can tell, you can see that I'm pretty close to hitting pan on this, right? So once I finish the Wet n Wild powder, I'm going to move on to this one. And the reason I'm including it is because I might not even make it to the end of April once that Wet n Wild is completely gone. So that's why I added this one as a backup already. Now, let's move on to bronzers. This is actually a contouring palette. It's the Wet n Wild contouring palette. Yes, I do have major pan on the banana side, but as you can tell, I have a pretty nice dip on the contour side as well. And the dip stretches from here all the way to the end. And hopefully I'm gonna try and get some hues down here as well so that it's even pan, but that's never gonna happen. I don't think I'll be able to use up this side over here just because I'm trying to use two other powders. But maybe if I set my under eyes every single time I do my makeup, even when I don't need it, maybe I can use that up. I highly doubt it, but we can try. And for this one, I don't want to use it up. I just want to hit pan on the contour shade. Another thing I'm actually very proud of and would love to use it up by the end of this project pan would be this Tarte blush in the shade Party. This one I got last year for my birthday at Sephora with, I don't remember. I think it was actually that little lip paint that I unfortunately did not use up, but my son did, coloring on himself. But yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little circle and a dot right in the middle. I think I'm getting pretty close to hitting pan on this. Ignore that little divot right there. I dug into it with my nail when I was trying to first open it up whenever I received it on my birthday last year. And yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with the progress I've done on this. It has a pretty nice dip in. You can hardly see the Tarte stamp that they usually have on these blushes. It's a very, very pretty color, as you can tell. Oh, I don't know. How can I show this? Oh, I know how I can show this to you in a better way. You see this? That's really pretty, very soft, pinky, everyday color. I really like it. It's actually what I'm wearing today. It's one of my favorite colors, but I really think I need to use it up. Then we are moving on to another blush. And this blush, I want to hit pan on. I don't want to use it up completely. I'm just expecting to hit pan on it. And that would be this one as well. So you can tell, you can see the little dip in the middle already, but you can't really tell that little dot in the center from the pan. But the little imprint is already wearing off. This one I felt would be a really beautiful color for spring and summer, because just orange is one of my favorite colors for blushes, and it's right there. It complements my skin pretty well. Let me see. Can you see it better? No, you can't. Okay, so it's this one right there. I really like it. I like the way it looks. It's not too vibrant that it's gonna overpower your whole face. It's pretty light. It's very peachy. I love it. One of my favorite colors. Next, we are moving on to liquid lipsticks. The reason I want to use these up is because they have been in my collection for a while, guys. No judging. Use makeup at your own risk. Everything has an expiration date. All you have to do is look at the box whenever you first purchase it, if it comes in any packaging, or in the back of it, and it'll actually tell you how long it lasts. And if you're not sure, you can always, always, always contact a brand. Take a sniff of your product. If it smells weird or different than when you first bought it, it probably means that it's gone bad. These don't yet smell bad, and you're probably gonna say, hey Kat, that one is completely full. It is not, I promise you. I've been shaking it around. I actually really like this color. It's one of Kathleen Light's collection colors with ColourPop. It's the shade November. It's a pretty bright shade on me. It's kind of purpley on me. It looks really, really pretty. But I think, I think I can use this up. Probably not by the end of the month, because I have 2 other lip products I want to use up. But I have this one. It's an ultra matte lip. I like it. And yeah, I'm gonna try and use it up by the end of June. The end of June, guys. I am sorry. I'm terrible at this YouTubing thing. This one, that is where we're at. I've marked it right there. This one is actually the shade Calypso. It's one of my favorites. This is my second one of this shade. I think I'm actually going to repurchase this one just because it's a very neutral color. It looks very pretty, very warm. As you can tell, I'm very warm toned. I love the way this looks on my lips. I believe it's an ultra satin lip, so it's not completely drying. It doesn't feel dry and crusty on your lips. And I love it. It's one of my favorites, actually. This one and the next one, I think I might repurchase again. And that will be this one, which is Times Square. I bought it at the same time as Calypso. I have not been able to repurchase this one, but I want to because it is just such a pretty, more of a pinky nude color. And as you can tell, it's very nude, but it's so pretty. I'm not wearing either of those on my lips today. I'm actually wearing a bullet lipstick from Wet n Wild, which, by the way, guys, unfortunately, I did not realize that Wet n Wild was discontinuing their original Mega Last bullet lipsticks. Some of it has been reformulated, some of it has been changed, and as of right now, I'm actually using up some of the ones that I really love, and I need to see if those are being remade, like 903C. I kind of went into a panic because I did not see it in their new packaging, their new formulation either. So I have to do some swatching, some testing, and figure out whether whether it's been reformulated in their Mega Last Shine formula, or if there is a dupe for it in their Mega Last Matte formula, their new formula. So here it goes. This one, that's where it's at right now, and I'm gonna use it up. Where are we on these? I can't actually tell how full this is, but I am absolutely certain I'm going to use it by the end of the month. And then once that's over, I'm going to finish this one. This one is probably up to here. There's no way for me to tell where it's at because it is a matte black bottle, but by shaking it, you can tell that there's no more than probably this much of it. So I'm probably gonna end up using this up before the end. And those are the only two setting sprays that I have at the moment with me. And I'm probably going to buy the ColourPop Pretty Fresh hyaluronic spray. Not because I believe that hype of hyaluronic acid in everything that you wear, but because I've seen the pump on that. I really like it. If it's a removable pump, I would love it even more. That way I can buy myself a couple of these, pour it in there, and there you go. You've got yourself a pretty amazing pump with a pretty great formula of setting spray. That's what I'm gonna do. Might be illegal to say on YouTube. The beauty YouTube community. People might come after me. It's okay, no worries. Now let's move on to skincare, because I do have some skincare I wanna use up. So I have this Mint Your Lips lip scrub from Lush. I like it, but I think it's a little bit too oily. It doesn't grip onto your lips good enough. So I mix it with a lip balm. Right now I have the Milani Sugar Scrub. So I'm mixing it with that one, and it's going. Hopefully I can use this by the end of May. If I can't use it up by April, but definitely by the end of May it'll be gone, as well as this Milani Keep It Smooth Luxe Lip Treatment. God, why can't I speak? If you can tell, there's a pretty big dip in there. I don't think I'm going to use it up, but I would like to hit pan on it at the very least. So, yay! That one. Next, for a nighttime moisturizer. This is actually what I've been using for the past 3 months for my nighttime moisturizer. And as you can tell, I'm halfway done. Well, actually, I'm a little bit more than halfway done, because if you open it, I can see the bottom of the jar. Woohoo! I'm really proud of this. I love the way it smells. I might repurchase it just for the scent. But yeah, I want to use this bad baby up, as well as use up my daily moisturizer. And as you can tell, I have a bunch of Palmer's products. And that's because, I don't know why, for some reason, I got into this kick of coconut. And so, there you go. I have this one. I don't have much product left. This has actually lasted me almost a year. Almost, not quite. I think I purchased it back in May of last year. So I'm hoping to finish it by then. It does have a 12-month expiration date, which with skincare, I do follow the little, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a little jar and it has the number 18 on it. And that usually means that that's the expiration date from when you open it. So I bought it in May of last year. I'm hoping to use it up by the end of, if not the April, by mid of May, and hopefully this will get gone by then. But yeah, those are all the items that I want to use up by the end of June. If you guys care to follow this, I will be posting monthly updates on whether I've used things up. If I do use certain things up, oh, by the way, this is not like these are the only products I'm going to use for 3 months. No, but these are going to be the main focus. I'm actually mixing this foundation with another foundation, a very dewy, delicious foundation. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also want to hit pan in a makeup item that's probably not very well known. It's probably not even out in the market anymore. Last time I saw it was last year on Vanity Planet. I did not buy it from there. My mom actually bought this for me. When was it? I think it was 18 months ago. She bought this for me. And it is Me Makeup. Oh no, Me Makeover Essentials. She bought it at a Walgreens that was doing a sale on these products. They are cruelty free. And as you can tell, it's like a little palette of everything. This is a translucent powder. This is blush. That's supposed to be concealer, which I don't use as concealer. I use as a base for my eyeshadows. Occasionally, not all the time. I want to hit pan on that item. Hopefully this blush, most definitely this translucent setting powder. These are baked eyeshadows, and I doubt that you'll be able to see it properly, but there is no way for me to depot this. So what I'm trying to do is use it up, or use as much of it up as possible. I don't use the lip products, but I do use some of the eyeshadows. They are very powdery eyeshadows, but I do use them, and I have major dip on this one, and this one. Those are my favorites. I will probably use more as I use them up. Hopefully I will hit pan on all of this, with the exception of the lip products, by the end of June. But who knows? I'm not sure. This is a maybe. If I can't get enough use of it by the end of this month, it's probably going to be a decluttered it's going to be decluttered from my collection, definitely, if I don't use more of it by the end of June. So there you go. That is the one item I am terribly sad about. I also have this one, Love in Paris. It's an eye palette. As you can tell, I've hit pretty good pan on the middle shade. I want to use it up. I absolutely want to use it up. I want to use up this little taupe gray shade, as well as you hit pan on this, I don't know what I would, I don't know what I would call this shade, because it's like a champagne color, but it's not all that glitzy and glittery. but it looks very pretty on the eyes. Do you see that? It looks very pretty, and it's actually very, very soft. So I get a ton of use out of this palette. I actually pull it in, you know, for eyeliner with that black, and it's the transition shade with that taupey color, and that all over the lid. It's one of my favorites. I actually use these two all over the lid. I think the only ones I haven't used much is this, I don't know, it's like a glittery matte brown, but it's a little patchy, and I don't think you can really see the glitters on it enough to justify, you know, having that shade. And this gray shade, which looks matte, but it's actually satin. It's pretty patchy, so I'm not like the biggest fan of it. Everything else on this palette works wonders. I love it. The fall eyeliner I'm wearing right now is the black on this palette. It's one of my favorites. So there you go. Moving on to the last eyeshadow palette I am absolutely frustrated about. So give me one moment, let me bring it over for you. And it is this one. Do not judge me. I do know that this is not cruelty free. This is why I'm trying to use it up. I will not include it in any of my tutorials, as well as the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, but I have the Nudes palette from Maybelline. This is old, okay? Very old. It's actually not from when it first released. That would be gross. But it's pretty darn old, to the point where it's been in my collection for a hot minute. Now, let me just show you what the pan actually looks like. I have hard pan on this. Like, it's crusted over because I tried using it as a freaking eyeliner with Fix Plus on it. Did not work for me. So now it's hard panned. Have to scrape it off, maybe use it. Maybe I could hit pan on that one. I like this shade. So I know you guys have seen millions of swatches of this, but I really like this color. It's actually this white iridescent color. It has like a little pink shift to it. I really like it. I usually use that in my inner corner. It's not what I'm wearing today. I have a pretty nice dip on this color right here. It is like a skin tone shade. It's a very light skin tone shade. It's this one right here. I use it all over my lid to set my what do you call it? My eye primer. I use it all over the lid to set my eye primer. I still have not been able to hit pan on that, so I'm pretty irritated at that. But these three colors are pretty flimsy on the pan. So I'm thinking I might be able to hit pan on these. They're not the most vibrant colors, but they look okay. Like, I can definitely make them work for an eye look. That one's one of my favorites. So that's those three colors swatched. So it's the gold, which is that one right there. This copper shade, which is this one right here. And this dark shade right here is this one right here. I don't enjoy the palette because it's really hard to work with, but you can make it work. If that's the only palette you have, you can definitely make it work. Trust me, I did when I first got it. It's when I was first getting into makeup. So yeah. I actually also like this as a brow bone highlight, that color right there, and that is that silvery shade right in the middle. Hopefully I'll be able to hit pan on all of these. I highly doubt it because I've been using that one forever and I still have not hit pan on it. So it makes me kind of sad. But if I cannot finish this one, I will probably hold on to it and transfer over, roll it over into my summer project pan because I would like to use most of these shadows, if you know what I mean. It's not going to be like this one. The nudes is actually newer to me than this palette, which is 18 plus months. So I'm going to try to use this one mainly, but if I can't, I'm definitely gonna roll this over to summer project pan. And there you go. That is all we are talking about in this video. I know it's quite a long video. I am so sorry for dragging you into this hole with me. But if you're interested in the things that I have to use up in my collection, things I want to get some use out of, the things that I'm probably gonna get rid of if I don't continue using them, then stick with me. I will post an update in a month, letting you know how I'm doing, letting you know what I've used up. If I add more things, I will also let you know. And I will also tell you the reason why I decluttered some things if I do end up decluttering them by the end of the month. So yeah, that's it with this video. If you like this video, if you want to see more, there will be more videos. You should get a screen right about now, right here, asking you to click on my next video. That's where you can watch it. You can also hit the subscribe button. And if you found anything useful, entertaining, or helpful in this video, give it a like. Drop a comment down below telling me what you want to see next, or if there's anything you'd like me to change so that these videos are more enjoyable for you to watch. Share this with your mom, your dad, the rest of your family, your coworkers, the neighbor down the street. And any of that helps me out. If you guys, thank you guys for sticking around till the end of the video. I love you so much. I care for you guys so much. And bye.